Hey, g'day traders, Sam here from Trade the Price. We're looking at Solana today, Wednesday the 7th of January to 2026. Using the fixed range volume profile tool, we got a naked point of control as resistance. If we were to explore this level in detail, you can see a number of things. And what we're going to do is going to use a liquidity, Fibonacci, moving averages, and the outlet wave count to assess what's going on at this point. It's not going to be an easy one, but I suppose it's a good tutorial for some. Now, when price comes down to this level, takes out that liquidity there. However, it didn't take that one. That one's, I suppose, a fair bit low. And you can see that the previous one took out the liquidity. The value area low is the main level that we were looking for support, because we found a support there, and now we've crossed over a few times, and right there is where it kept holding off a few days. And if we're looking close, we'll see that it makes a significant difference. So price comes down below that level of resistance. So what we've accumulated really. So let's see, just change that color. Sorry guys. We get longs coming in and longs coming in again. So we've got liquidity across there. So we build up some liquidity, price comes down, takes out the liquidity, finds support for whatever reason. However, we had a resistance in the short time on the daily. That's a daily resistance, daily chart. So let's just put that in there. Where we go? Here we go. Get the magnet. So that was our daily level. So what we're going to do is build this layer up from a Fibonacci and alley wave count. From an alley wave count, so we have our 1.618 there. So that's our correction. And what I'm thinking right now is this. From there, we have our 1, potentially 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll just hide this for a sec. And if I was to do that, it does come into effect in a way. So if I was to do that, 1.618 right there, close to 1.786. So we find some support. So to me, alley wave count 3, that could be in the 4, that could be the 5. The other scenario on the bigger time scale is pretty much 1, 2, and a strong move, 3, 4, and then further down. So that is the second scenario, and we're looking for wave 4. Let's see if that works. Give me a sec, guys. Let's just do this. Couple that. And couple that. What I want to do is pull that in. If we do Fibonacci from there, that's 1, 2. It is overextended. Okay, 2.618. Give or take. 2.618. Does have confluence? It does. So if that's wave 3, wave 4, don't want to see go above that. So I'm looking for this realistically further down, and then wave 5. Obviously not straight away, but yeah, looking from that perspective. It's not easy. The other one is what we'll do. We'll grab that and grab that for that scenario. Anyway, that's what we have. We can have actually further down or a reversal. I'm leaning towards reverse further down. What we want to do is add our Fibonacci from the low. You can see if price was to come up, we have a whole bunch of liquidity here. So there's a bit of so this liquidity has been taken out, but we have liquidity there, and that's again taken out. This all has been taken out. However, if that's the case, point of control, spike, even the 618, and then back down again. So if that's our selling climax, that is our up thrust there. So we can probably have secondary test and so on. Secondary test, and if price was up to there, we can go, all right, 618. We'll see how it responds there. We've got the daily, and even if it comes further down, I'll see further coming down to this 1.618 level. Okay, based on this structure, well, if price comes up to there. So, and if we have that kind of scenario, right, we'll be looking for a channel to drop further down. So it's a difficult one, definitely, and it really comes down to Bitcoin. This is obviously resistance. Let's look at this from another perspective. Just do that. Okay, so we've got support. If we lose that, we've got a number of levels to drop down to, but I'm looking to the 618 here. So if this was to get slightly higher, I'll still see coming up potentially along, and then that'll be nice. That could be a 1, 2, or A, B, and a C. So we can do that as well. So if it hits that level, then we'll look for maybe, just maybe, to this level, and then back down again. What else are we going to look at? I anchor the V up. Let's see if it gives us anything from that point. So we found some resistance, and potentially resistance there. Let's just do another one from there. Not so confident because that peak's there, so right. Okay, that one's a bit better. We've got the band, so we can say that's a band. And currently this one's acting as the major resistance to that. Breaks above it, then I expect a higher. Right now, there is no trade. Is there a shorting opportunity? Let's look at the big picture. Let's see if we could. Yeah, so if this is a wave 4, wave 5 is down there, it would be nice. Let's see what we've got else. Let's see if Fibonacci helps us out from there to there to there. And you know what? That's all comes together, doesn't it? So if we've got that low level, that's the range. 50%, perfect. That's 50%. Oh, that's going to be a hard place to pass. But if that's the 50%, then the low of this macro is 80. So if this was, I don't know, just that could get that as well. I'm going to look at the moving averages as well. We'll see how that works out if it gets above, because that could be a good position to go along. From a big picture perspective, that's not easy, is it? We said that's a 1, 2, all right, 3, 4, 5. If this is a big macro ABC, A, B, and C. Okay, here we go. If we were to drop that key level, just do that. Again, 1 to 1 is there. Very close to the bottom. See how it comes up, finds resistance. We had a very strong resistance level, really. Naked point of control. That is a strong resistance, 50% as well. If we assume that's the bottom of the range and that's the top of the range, I want to take that wick, just say anomaly, at the 50% level. That is a strong resistance, and yeah, gonna see how it closes on the daily, like this one here. Look at it there. On the daily, it goes above and then pulls back, closes down. So it closes down, and the next day, strong resistance, strong support, and strong resistance. We broke up a bit of it, and again, same anchored VWAP is holding it back. Might not even go past that, really. We might just come down. We might get a spike and then come back down straight away, taking up the liquidity. And if it closes below the daily like that, then I'm looking for further lows. If it goes up and closes on the day above this key level, seems to be 144 something, 143. Then we can be bullish and expect more highs to come. Where this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and next end of 5. You can see that's becoming very hard. Yeah, it's not looking great. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Actually, the last part I forgot: moving averages. 200 daily, 200. Okay, that don't come into it. 21. Hmm. So the 21 moving average actually could act as support when the price comes down. Just like here, when price breaks above, it comes back, uses this level as support along with the moving averages, and price goes up. So if this was to be breaking above that level, then yeah, definitely. You can see anchored VWAP, moving averages coming. If it ever drops down, yeah, that might be bearish. Definitely needs to hold up. This is a bit odd. That is, break that level is bullish. You can see moving averages, triangle, and bang. All right, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. We've got a few things to look at down the track, but at this point, there is no trade. Cheers.